Hi everybody, it's Barry here again from Turning the Page, and today's topic is about having a what I would call a mental health grab bag. Now, you're probably familiar with the term grab bag, referring to like if there's a flood or a fire or earthquake or some sort of volcanic eruption. Um, Emergency services suggest that you have a bag to take with things like you know, batteries and a torch and some emergency food and water and that sort of thing. But I've thought about this in the sense of what would you have in an emergency mental health grab bag? So, and at the time of course putting this together, it's coming up to Christmas, and often Christmas and other events mean that you're seeing family members you haven't seen for ages, and some of them might cause you a lot of stress. It could be Aunt Sylvia or Uncle John, or it could be any sort of situation where something just gets stirred up, and you know this is going to be a tough time, and stress loads peak up, and the brain can spiral in and down and out of control, and it could be a various mess. But it also, this grab bag could be used for, say, like if you're needing to go into hospital for some particular surgical operation or something like that. And or maybe you need to go somewhere for some respite time, and you grab this bag because you need to have something tangible to take. And I wonder, what would you take in your grab bag? How would you prepare for a potential emergency, or a stressing a time of incredible stress? So I would suggest you'd need to make an emergency mental health grab bag. And I've got a sort of a bag. Well, this is my bag here. It's actually my computer bag, but here it is here. And I wonder what I would put in this. So, first of all, and I've listed a whole lot of items, and you've probably got some that you've put in your one, but these are sort of items that I've thought about. And if you want to send me some of your items, not send me the items, but send me your suggestions, you can email me, and there's a link at the footnotes and the show notes for this particular video or podcast you're watching and listening to. So first of all, I would have a stand plan. I talk about stand plans, and it's something you prepare ahead of time. And STAN is an acronym for simple to understand by all, so everybody can understand it. It's not a book this big, okay? It's very simple plan. It's timed for review, not achievement. So it's a plan that you can come back to and see how it's going, how it's working out. It's aimed at something of real deep importance. And finally, it's been negotiated with others, significant others. And it's really important to have um, team members and people you've negotiated what will happen in case of an emergency. The second thing I'd have in is lots of Bible verses, quotes, affirmations, things I have collected over the years that I know that really speak to me and my mental well-being. And preferably you'd have them written out on paper, pen and ink, or pencil and paper. But it's something tangible and tactile that helps the brain to ground itself. And a lot of these things are very much tactile and tangible and very grounding. The third thing is a little ebook that I've created called The Ladder Out of Your Dark Hole. And you can get a copy by following a link that's in the show notes in the blog post that I got here. Fourth, I would have my thinking compass. And a thinking compass is again something quite tangible, but it helps you keep pointing due north as such. And it's a little tool again with lots of verses, quotes, affirmations, and again I've got a link in the blog post where you can read more about that. Early warning signs. Do you know what your early warning signs are of you becoming unwell? And it may be lack of sleep or headaches or just little things that at the start they don't seem much, but as you go on in the place of getting unwell, you're getting worse and worse. So if you know what those little things are down here at the start, you can get help early. So, do you know what the early warning signs are? And when we know what those are, we can get help early. Medication. If you're taking medication, like myself, have you got that in your grab bag? Photos. Now, photos are really interesting because um, photos can remind you of previous times when you have succeeded at something or something you've done really well and you feel proud of and achieving. And they're just tangible, again, tangible reminders. And I've got a link again about that in the blog post. Nest contact details. Now, I've often talked about how we are all in a nest of relationships, friends, family, professionals such as doctors, nurses, therapists, pastors, etc. Have their contact details so you can connect with them. And you may want to pre-arrange with them permission to call in case of emergency. Okay. Music is number 9. What sort of music helps you to ground yourself, to calm yourself, to bring you to a better place? Do you have a playlist of your favorite artists, songs, and albums? I've got a playlist on my phone that I listen to. Journal, number 10. A journal is a great place to write out your confusion and stress of the moment into, again, something tangible. As Dawson Trotman says, thoughts disentangle themselves when they pass through your fingertips. I like that. They sort of disentangle. Also, a journal is a place, again, where you could look back to a previous time where you may have been through a similar situation and you can see what helped then and what didn't help. And you can get clues to actually, oh, this is what I've done. This is what I did then, so I think it may work again in the now. The next thing I would put in my bag, my grab bag, is a cup. This is number 11. And a cup reminds me to consider the cup drainers and the cup fillers. So things that have drained my week or year or day, and things that have filled it. And again, another simple grounding exercise. Number 12 is pool room encouragement. Now you think, what on earth are you talking about now? Well, here in New Zealand and Australia, there's this classic film called The Castle, and there's a character in the castle, and whenever his kids would give him something really, really good, he would say, that's going to go straight into the pool room. And it was a place where he had put the trophies and the kids' achievements in as a place of, yeah, this is really good. So I have a kind of a pool room, and it's a pin board just over there, and it's where I pin up encouraging emails that people have sent me, pictures of my family, cards, anything that um, kind of tangible and tactile that helps me to connect my mind to grounded. Grounded things again. There's that familiar word again. Number 13 is exercise gear, which is probably not something I do a lot of because I do a lot of work outside. But again, um, if you like to run or walk or do that sort of thing, make sure there's a pair of shoes in your bag. Anything that will be stimulate you to carry on doing familiar and regular things. Number 13 is favorite foods. Okay, like I'm just giving you ideas, okay? But it might be a nice healthy apple or that favorite chocolate bar. Comfort foods are okay, but don't take comfort for them in for too long, if you know what I mean. All right. Number 15 is an interesting one. Cuddly toy. It might be that lovely little cuddly toy that is ripped and bad looking from when you're a child, or it could be a familiar one, a new one that you've added to the bedside community. It could also be, what I'm talking about here is something that very tactile and tangible again, but um, that that you can feel and find comfort in. And I've known therapists to give their clients something very soft or tactile, maybe like a teddy bear or something like that, to their clients um, for them to hold during the session and for them to take away back to home as sort of like a very much a grounding thing. But it might be a cuddly toy for you. That's 15. 15 things to put in your grab bag. There could be many, many more items that you could add in. I wonder what you would add. Um, and maybe this is something that you can help someone else to create, or it could be something that you get others to help you create. The most important thing, though, is to do it and do it ahead of time and be prepared for those times when, yeah, Aunt Sylvia visits and Uncle John says hello, whatever it might be. Here's a few quotes. A human being has so many skins inside to covering the depths of the heart. We know so many things, but we don't know ourselves. Why 30 or 40 skins or hides as thick and hard as an ox's or bear's cover the soul? Go into your own ground and learn to know thyself. Master Eckhart. So again, it's about that grounding thing. The more you know yourself, the more patience you have for what you see in others. Erik Erikson. Know yourself to improve yourself. Auguste Comte. And know yourself. Don't expect, don't, I love this, don't accept your dog's admiration as a conclusive evidence that you are wonderful. And you are. Questions. What would you put into your grab bag? Number 2, what crises, emergencies, surprises have shaken your world in the past? What did you do to cope with them? Number 3, what would be the result if you didn't have a prepared grab bag for those crises time? Formation exercise, create a grab bag. Get a physical bag and prayerfully gather items for that potential future need. And email me about it. Tell me about it. I'd like to see a picture of it. And there's my email addresses in the bottom of the show notes. And I pray that you would be able to create a grab bag today, or start putting something together. And yeah, I'd love to see it, love to hear what you put in there. Maybe there's other items that I haven't included on my list, and I could come back and um, alter the blog post and add more things. I think that'd be great. Hey, until next time, create that grab bag. Okay, bye.